Hi everyone, and welcome back to my TikTok page. I'd like to start off by saying it is Monday, January 15th. It's about halfway through the month so far, and I'd like to just go through a couple books that I've read so far this month. I know that I discussed in my last video that I wanted to start series this month and go into deep dive into series this year. So to kick off that goal, I read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas as my first book this year, and let me tell you, I have absolutely loved it. I loved the characters, I loved the world building that was involved, I loved the action-packed storytelling that was in it. It was easy to follow along. I felt that's my biggest I'd say issue or problems with fantasy. A lot of fantasy has a lot of storytelling, and a lot of action-packed scenes, so it's hard to kind of follow along with those stories. But I felt that this book was very easy to follow along with. I loved the characters in it. I loved the relationships that were built in it. The different lands and the different courts and everything that is a part of this land. So let me tell you a little snippet about what this book is about. It starts off with this 19-year-old girl, Farah, who hunts down and kills a wolf. And soon after, she gets back to her land, to her hut where her family is, where her father and her sisters are. And she's about to feed this wolf to her family. A beast shows up. The beast then proceeds to say that because she killed the wolf, Farah needs to go back to his land because she killed the wolf. She broke a treaty between his land and the human land. So now she has to go back to his land and live out the rest of her days there. And so she's very hesitant to go, but she's willing to go because if she realizes that if she doesn't go, something bad might happen to her family. And she made a promise to her mother when her mother was dying that she would protect her family and do whatever was necessary. So she, no matter how much she didn't want to go, she went and she learned how to just deal with her surroundings and learned how to cope and adapt to her surroundings and learned how to survive in her surroundings. And she learned quite a few things while she was there. She befriended a couple people in that land that protected her as well as she protected them. And secrets are revealed. And because those secrets were revealed, things started to be put into motion, and the action started to come about, and it was really thrilling, action-packed. I love the storytelling. I love the different courts, and different states or different counties or whatever you like to call them. They're called night courts. There's a winter court, there's this autumn court, there's a day court, and different things. And so learning about all of those was quite interesting as well, and how those different courts can come together as well for the greater good of everything, of all of their lands combined. So I really loved that book. It really kept me captivated through from the very beginning to the very end. I just finished, the book that I just finished today was The Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. And I liked this book, but it wasn't really my favorite. I gave it 4 stars, and I gave 5 stars to The Court of Thorns and Roses. But I gave 4 stars to this book. It follows Alex Stern, she started out at USC, but her cousin comes and recruits her for the society at Yale. And the society at Yale does all these rituals and involves magic and there's a murder on campus that they have to solve, and it's kind of all these different things combined in this society. And because of that, I kind of felt it hard to follow along at times. I loved the characters, but I also felt, and I loved the concept of it, but I just had a tiny bit of a hard time following along with the book. So that's why I had to give it 4 stars. But other than that, great characters, great concept. I loved that it had a New England taste to it. I love that it had like the Ivy League school society kind of feel to it. So I had a great start to the year reading wise, and I hope to continue. My next book that I want to either start, I have 2 books that I'm thinking of starting, and I haven't fully decided where I'm gonna go with it, but it's either The King of Wrath by Ana Huang, or I'm gonna finish the Rebecca Yarros, or continue with the Rebecca Yarros series with Iron Flame. I haven't decided yet, but hopefully tomorrow I'll get a head start on one of those 2 books. And if anyone wants to put in their input about whether or not they've read King of Wrath or Iron Flame and which one they decided to read, I'd love any input you can give me. So that's my reading so far this year. I hope you can read along with me and give some input, and we can continue talking about these books. All right, have a good one. Bye, guys.